Hi, this is Nikki, and I'm here to share the messages that I get from Spirit and from all of our higher selves that are helping us on this journey back to unconditional love. Love of the journey, love of each other, and back to the soul group that are most definitely helping us back to our one true divine loves. And I have been guided to do divine love healing. I connect to your souls and get you the messages that your souls want you to know to keep you on your highest path. And I see everything like a film, and so I give you a write-up of what I see, and that can be songs and anything else that comes through as well. And within that, there'll be more and more and more messages that open up for you. As well as that, I also do you a 3-card angel read plus a guided mantra. And when you repeat that mantra, it shifts your energy and aligns your energies with your twin. So it's a really, you receive a healing. But the big important thing is that you get the messages that your souls, you and your twin souls want you to know. So it puts explanation around, you know, why things might be the way they are at the moment, and also releases and heals blocks. So as well as that, I do a divine love crystal grid, which uses pieces of rose quartz, which is like this. And when you meditate with that and send unconditional love out to your twin, it basically grounds the energies of as above, so below. So the rose quartz is a stone of unconditional love. I basically infuse all of the crystals with the Holy Fire Reiki, and so it has the energy of the crystal grid, and everything that I'm guided to do with the crystals for the crystal grid then goes to every single person on the grid. So, and the power of doing it collectively is huge. So you become part of a community basically that are growing and from all over the world, and basically anchoring in unconditional love onto the planet, which is what we are here to do as twin flames. And so what I wanted to share today is some themes that have come up in healing, which have been, I mean, this is why this is so amazing, because I've said, you know, I always say how much we mirror each other, but what is quite amazing is how things happen. So, well, I'll tell you, because yesterday, in all of the healings that I did and all the emails that people sent me, it was all about, it was basically mother things, so connections to mums. So whether it be on the twin side or whether it be on your side, it was around having basically karmic ties still. So, and also there was a sense of basically that if you are in, you know, if you have kind of, what's the word? If you have said, if you are, you know, basically in talking with your mum and you've explained your situation and you haven't had children yet, and, you know, then it's very difficult for somebody to understand who aren't following this path. So, of course, they're like, it's never going to happen. You know, your biological clock is ticking. What are you doing? You're wasting your time, kind of thing. And of course, that is the, you know, anyone would think that, and anyone would give you that advice if they were looking at it in a normal relationship. And as well as that, there was, you know, lots of things around, lots of things around not being loved enough, or not feeling that. And then, you know, obviously we are the divine mirrors for each other. So basically, I was just quite surprised because, like, literally every single healing had some sort of thing around a mother, and whether it be, you know, some sort of mother figure. So what I am going to, and so I was like, okay, well, clearly this is a big thing. So the other thing is that I pulled a card today because I was like, okay, what are the things that we need to do? Now, the Guardian is all about facing your shadow. So there is definitely and so this is about the Guardian being, you know, these are the shadow are the parts of you that you don't want to face, right? You don't want to look at. And so that's the scary part of this journey, is actually acknowledging the fact that we do have our shadows, and it might not be nice to look at them, but you have to look at them, because unless you look at them, you're not going to move past, right? And you're still connected to that energy. And so, like, you know, if you're having that energy, then obviously your twin is reflecting that to you in some respect somewhere, right? So the other card that I pulled then is this one, which is all about instruction, which is about the fact that we are being guided. Now, the arrow, what I noticed straight away is that he's got the grid at the back, which is basically the target, right? So this is like the crystal grid that I do. So we have been very, very much guided and led along the way as to what everyone that's a member of this crystal grid, then everyone, you know, the fact that I have yesterday, and every single email from somebody was about mums and every single healing that I did was about mums. So I was like, wow, that is quite amazing. Also, I recommended 2 energy reads yesterday, Beach Angel Tarot and also Pink Aloha Bella. And in both of their readings, they had stuff about family coming up as well. So this is what my recommendation to do is today, because also if you remember the last 2 Kuan Yin oracle cards that we've had was about cutting karmic ties, releasing the old so you can step into the new, and basically bringing in your memories of things that will support you in this life and letting go of everything that is blocking you in this life. So what I'd recommend you do is go back to those Kuan Yin videos and do those meditations, or do, you know, basically it's a case of, you know, releasing all, you know, I'm now ready to release all karmic ties, all energy cords to cut. And you can imagine yourself standing there. And if you say, okay, let me see any energy cords, then you might start seeing energy cords, you know, some sort of color, or it will be different for everyone, but you might see cords coming off you. And then what you do is you just imagine yourself with a golden pair of scissors and you just cut those around. And you can actually do it with your finger, right? So you can imagine yourself cutting an outline around your body and saying to yourself, right, I release and I cut all energy cords that are not serving my higher self. And in fact, just keep doing, you know, do that a couple of, you know, these are coming up at the moment. And so these energy cords, like I say, we're like pieces of an onion. So again, it's kind of like doing it as a daily practice. When you get out of bed, or if you do your energy clearing, just imagine just consciously say, okay, and just imagine yourself going around your body with a pair of golden scissors, and you're just cutting away all cords that aren't helping you be in your highest self, right? And as well as that, step into a golden bubble. And it's about that intent, right? So you're cutting all energy cords, and then you're stepping into a golden bubble full of love and light, which will protect you and help you on your day to day, and make everything come to you to put you on your golden path. So why this is so amazing as well is because in the people's healings, I said about a blue truck for a lady the other day. Another lady contacted me to say, no way, I nearly burst out laughing, because she also used to drive around in a blue truck with her twin about 26 years ago. So you see how we mirror each other. Somebody else, yesterday on a healing, I saw a girl give her twin a red box, and it was a gift box, and out of the gift box flew a blue butterfly, which was their sense of freedom, right? Now, then somebody yesterday sent me, again from the Crystal Grid, sent me a whole list of synchronizations that she was seeing on her walk. One of them was on a house. She saw a gift box with a butterfly come out of it, right? So that's the thing. This is why it's so amazing, because I can see when you're sending me things, I know that that's either appeared in somebody else's healing, or you'll send me a song and then a couple of days later it will appear in somebody else's healing. So we are all completely helping each other on this journey. There is no doubt about it. That's why, you know, I'm being guided to do these healings and try to do as many as I can, because I can see the themes, right? I know then that there's stuff about mum stuff and dad stuff, and we've got to cut these karmic ties to family, right? So, because that was so strongly coming through yesterday. And it changes so quickly. Like, I'm intrigued to know what it is today now, because I'm like, these things can change super quickly. So the other thing is that what I, again, blown away by, I did a healing for a lady yesterday. She was actually the same lady that had the space hoppers appear. So I knew something, you know, you can just tell that when people are going to come to me for healing. So in hers, I sent her a song. She came back and said there was loads of it in it, but it's personal. But the song, she said, no way. It had her twin's name, it had the karmic partner's name, and it also had the name Jehovah. Now, she was brought up in a Jehovah's Witnesses religion until she was 16, and it's been a big part of her to release those karmic ties with religion, with that particular religion. But the amazing thing about that is that on the weekend where I went to do, you know, where I did my videos this weekend, in the house that we stayed at, there was a leaflet put through the door on the Saturday for Jehovah's Witness. I can't remember what it said, but the main point of it was written in big letters, and the front of it was believe. When she came back to me and she said, oh, because I told her that, and she was like, no way, that is just unbelievable. And I was like, I know. She came back to me and said, you need to check this out, because apparently the Jehovah's Witnesses have this belief that there's 144,000 so-called angels that have come to, that are going to be read something. So, you know, we go full circle, right? We go absolutely full circle all the time, right back to the beginning. So that's why I'm going to leave with this quote, because, you know, these healings are just unbelievable. The things that, you know, I saw for her, and she said it's goosebumps, right? It literally is goosebumps, because you just think, how can our souls do this? But they can, it's amazing. So just know this, you need to swing high. And look, even this paper that I wrote it on, she's on a golden swing. I cannot remember exactly the first time your soul whispered into mine, but I know you woke it, and it has never slept since. So just remember this, you are being guided. We are all being guided every single step of the way, but you have to face your shadow, right? So if some of you aren't facing your shadow, and you're not looking at the things that your karmic stuff has brought up, or your family stuff has brought up, then now is the time to look at that and let it go. And it's about just acknowledging it. It doesn't mean that you have to, you know, you just have to acknowledge it and say, okay, I'm now ready to let this go. I'm now ready to cut the cords. Please help me. So my recommendation is to go back to those Kuan Yin goddess, the 2 last Kuan Yin goddess meditations and healings, because in those, both of them were around releasing the old and stepping into new. All right, well, I hope that helps, and I will be back. All right, if you want to come to me for healing or to join the Crystal Grid, please do, because honestly, it's all part of our soul group that are helping us on this journey. It is an amazing journey. It continues to just completely blow me away, and I am so, so grateful to everyone that's coming to me for healing, because without you, these messages wouldn't come out, so we are collectively helping each other. All right, thank you. Bye.